Bro, I need you to stop scrolling right now because something just happened that nobody saw coming. And by the end of this video, your entire perception of this beef is going to be different. We have been waiting to see if Jay-Z would actually respond to Drake going at him on Iceman. Everyone said he was too old, too corporate, too rich to care. Well, he just showed up to a live show, grabbed the mic, and went after Drake, Nicki Minaj, Kanye, Dame Dash, and about 4 other people in one freestyle. And then Drake did something in response that is so calculated, so cold, that it tells you exactly where this is heading. Stay with me, this one is different. Alright, let me set the scene properly, because if you jump straight to the reaction without the backstory, you are going to miss half of what makes this so crazy. Drake dropped Iceman. And on that project, he went at Jay-Z repeatedly across multiple tracks. The most famous one by now is the dinner bar. For years, there has been this debate about whether you would take $500,000 cash or a dinner with Jay-Z. Jay-Z himself famously said, "Take the money." So Drake puts it in a bar and says he would take the 500, no hesitation, because he could not learn anything from these OGs. Simple enough, right? But Drake did not stop there. He also had bars calling out how these older guys built off his name, talking about people running to Hove for a second opinion, basically painting Jay-Z as a legacy act, trying to stay relevant by staying in Drake's orbit. On top of that, Drake has this line about standing 10 toes and accepting the mission, while others went looking for a second opinion. That is a direct shot at Jay-Z's whole mentor figure reputation. Now at this point, most people thought Jay-Z was going to let it ride. And honestly, that logic made sense. About a month before all of this, Jay-Z went on record and said rap battle culture was not something he believed in anymore. Said it was bad for hip-hop. Said bringing kids into beefs crossed a line. Said he did not know if battling needed to be part of the culture at all. No cap, those are his exact words. And I need you to remember them because we are going to come right back to that. Because Jay-Z just showed up at the Roots picnic, walked out on that stage looking like it was 1999 again with the afro back out, grabbed the mic and went in. A cappella. No beat underneath him, just bars and a live crowd. And he did not come for one person. He came for basically everyone who has been talking about him in interviews, on records, or online for the past few years, all in one freestyle. Let me walk you through it properly. He opens going at Tory Lanez and his father, references Tory being on a federal jail line, calls him a leprechaun, and takes shots at his dad who was very publicly vocal during the trial period. Zero warm-up, straight into bodies from the first bar. Then he moves to Dame Dash. And this one hits different because of the history. Jay-Z and Dame Dash built Rockefeller Records together from nothing. They were genuinely partners. Then it fell apart spectacularly, and Dame has been doing press runs talking about Jay-Z for years since. Jay-Z's response to all of that is 2 bars about teeth falling out of mouths. If you have seen the clip of Dame Dash losing his front teeth on an Instagram live mid-sentence, you already know exactly what Jay-Z is referencing. Then he hits him with the cash cow line, basically saying you had the greatest business opportunity of your generation standing right next to you, and you fumbled it. That is 2 decades of resentment condensed into a punchline. Then here is where it gets crazy. He drops a line about getting under people's skin and says, "Ask Un how he plays." Now, Un is a reference to Lance Rivera, a music industry figure who Jay-Z allegedly stabbed at a party back in 1999 for bootlegging his records. It is one of the most infamous stories in hip-hop history. Nas even brought it up on Ether. For years, the story was murky. Rivera later went on Vlad TV and tried to soften it, but Jay-Z on this freestyle is essentially claiming it. At 56 years old, on a stage, in front of a crowd. Drake called him an old head past his prime, and now he is out here claiming stabbings. That is a level of unhinged that nobody predicted. Then, Jaguar Wright. 1 bar, points directly at Questlove on stage, says Quest introduced me to Jaguar, and he does not know why he still deals with him. Jaguar has been making serious allegations against Jay-Z publicly for years. 1 line, and he is done with it. Then Nicki Minaj. And bro, this is where you need to pay attention because of what comes next. Jay-Z says, "That lady's back on the stuff. Sounds like she's in love with someone, and her kid cannot even take their kid." He is calling out Nicki for going at him repeatedly on social media, accusing her of being back on drugs, and then taking a shot at her child and her husband's situation in the same sentence. That is the same man who 1 month ago said on camera that he did not like when people brought kids into beefs. The same man, 1 month later. Then he gets to Drake specifically. "Wrong chart, champ. My next update, I am up 10. You gotta look up again." Jay-Z is telling Drake directly that he's looking at the wrong competition, not the Billboard chart, not streaming numbers, the Forbes list. His net worth sits around $2.5 billion. Drake's is reported at around $400 million. That is a 10 times difference. He is not comparing albums. He is comparing financial empires. Then the publishing bar. He tells Drake his label owns him in perpetuity, meaning forever, and that he should be directing his anger at the executives at UMG who actually own his masters and not at Jay-Z. If you have followed Drake's legal situation with Universal, this is him pressing directly on the sorest point Drake has, cold and precise. The internet did not wait around to form opinions on this one.
Jay-Z just dissed Drake, listen here.
My next update,
The jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hove. I never looked up to them.
Yeah, Drake.
Crackers got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. You niggas is worthless. In perpetuity is how your contract is worded. Don't make me go
I remember this interview Jay-Z had a couple of months ago with G2 where he was like he doesn't like the beefs that happen. The sparring is healthy, he just didn't like it. Drake drops Iceman and he disses Hove and surpasses Hove. And here's Jay-Z saying, nah, I'm still 10 up. I'm still 10 billion. He has 10 billion in an account. And you got your crackers using your publishing and all. Bruh, Drake surpassed you, bro. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying, you know. And he dissed you. I think he's losing his breath while doing this freestyle, bro. Like, I could hear him is out of breath, bro. Shame Jay-Z, bruh. But I respect the response, I guess. But, bro, Drake cleared this nigga, bruh, you know. He dissed him on Dust. He dissed him on Whisper My Name. Brother, this just allow Drake to be the sixth god, bruh, at this point. That's all I'm saying, bruh. This back and forth with all these rappers. Bruh, Jay-Z is on the Epstein files, bro. You don't want Drake to come back, bro. Anyways, what are your thoughts on this, bruh? Do you feel like it's warranted for Jay-Z to go back and punch? Or do you feel like Drake is just winning, surpassing niggas, and rightfully now he's maybe bigger than MJ? Love and leave you. Please follow me now. Bye.
I take 500K, not a dinner. I never could learn shit from none of y'all. What's my name and don't say it too loud, cause you gotta come here and you know I pop out.
Drake's fan base was split right down the middle. Half of them were saying Jay-Z showed up with no beat, no proper track, just a freestyle at a picnic and called it a response, that he should have put it on wax if he was serious. The other half were giving credit where it was due, especially for the net worth angle and the publishing bar, saying those landed clean, and Drake is going to have to actually address the substance of what was said. Academics clocked it immediately and said it was disrespectful, but also questioned who Jay-Z was actually directing most of his energy at, because the freestyle felt scattered across too many targets. Some people pointed out that Jay-Z calling Drake a rapper is technically a compliment at this point, given how much of the past year has been spent trying to debate whether Drake is really a rapper or more of a pop artist. The biggest reaction, though, was not about Drake at all. It was about the Nicki bar sitting right next to that old interview clip of Jay-Z saying bringing kids into beefs was wrong. People put those two things next to each other, and it spread faster than the freestyle itself. The hypocrisy angle overtook the actual bars in terms of conversation. Now wait for it, because here is where everything shifts. While people were still processing the freestyle and debating whether Jay-Z won or lost, Drake went on his Instagram story and posted a single image. No caption, no words, nothing. Just a photo of Solange Knowles in an elevator. If you were alive and online in 2014, you already felt that. For anyone who needs context, surveillance footage leaked that year of Solange physically attacking Jay-Z in an elevator after the Met Gala. The widely reported explanation was that she confronted him over cheating on Beyoncé. It went globally viral. Nobody from that family ever fully addressed it publicly. Jay-Z later acknowledged there had been infidelity in his marriage on the 444 album, but kept the details vague. It is his most protected personal wound. Drake posting that image with no words is not a clapback. It is a declaration. He is not responding to bars about net worth or publishing contracts. He is telling Jay-Z, I know exactly where to go if I want to hurt you, and I am not afraid to go there. Academics posted about it within minutes, saying the Cold War is just starting and that Iceman season has got them shook. And honestly, that is exactly right. Jay-Z came out swinging at half of hip-hop on a stage with no beat. Drake posted one photo and changed the entire temperature of the situation without saying a single word. So where does this actually leave us? Jay-Z showed up. That part is undeniable. He proved he can still rap, still construct a bar, still hit multiple targets with precision in a live setting. The publishing angle was sharp. The net worth reframe was sharp. And the fact that Drake clearly got him off the couch and onto a stage a cappella says everything about how deep those Iceman bars actually landed. But Drake has not recorded a single response track yet. He posted one image and already put Jay-Z's entire personal life back in the conversation. If he actually drops a diss track and goes at the marriage, the Epstein adjacency rumors his fans keep bringing up, the business empire, the hypocrisy angle, this becomes something on a completely different scale to anything we have seen in hip-hop in a long time. Jay-Z said on that stage that the show has not even begun. Drake just reminded him that he was in the room too, and he remembers everything. No cap, this is only just getting started. Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.